This is an A-frame cabin in the middle of the woods in Flagstaff, Arizona, and today we're gonna break down how we found this deal, what went into the design and construction to take this from a piece of junk to an Airbnber's dream. And lastly, we're gonna break down the exact numbers and figures of what went into this deal.
All right, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of this property. So as you guys probably have noticed, it's an A-frame cabin. And the cool thing about the A-frame is it's super desirable. It gives it that nice old school cabin feel, which people are really looking for, which is cool. It may not look like it, but the property is actually 1,150 square feet, give or take. 2 bed, 1 bath. That second floor has that loft. Again, super unique. Kids would find enjoyable to be able to be up in the loft, but it has a closet, so it's actually a full bedroom. We locked down this property about 2 months ago, so the whole process moved pretty quickly. It was found from a wholesaler up in Flagstaff, Arizona, and the cool thing is, Flagstaff is kind of a secondary market. Not your glamorous Phoenix, Gilbert Mesa in the valley. It's really important to look at properties that are a little bit outside of where you might originally be looking for, because you can find some awesome deals.
So we'll just get started with the exterior of the property. Really tying into that industrial cabin feel, we decided to paint the property a color called Onyx Black. We've used this color a ton in these foresty areas, and it just gives such a great pop. You'll see the trim, we went with a dark green to kind of have a little bit of contrast there. We've had amazing results with this type of color. Great thing about this property is the previous seller actually put this roof on probably about 2 to 3 years before we purchased it, which saved probably about $10,000 to $15,000 on this rehab. So if you look when we first bought this, these decks were both in terrible shape. They were just standard wood. Looks like they've been really worn from the weather over the years. So what we decided to do is come in, put a composite deck, almost like a Trex material. Went with a standard gray, just so it would go with pretty much any color. Best part about this is it will literally last probably the next 10 to 20 years. So as we go into the cabin, here to our left, we have our 1 bathroom. We decided to keep it super clean and just go with a white, modern subway tile. Nice vanity. We also wanted to make sure that this cabin had a washer and dryer setup. They have all of the amenities right here. All right, so we'll step into the first bedroom. As you'll see with this before, it's amazing what just a coat of paint and some fresh carpet will do to a room. We decided to keep this super simple, just a fresh coat of paint, new light fixtures, carpet down below, keep it nice and cozy. And once again, guys, this is where you can save a ton of money on your projects. Use the carpet in the bedrooms, just do paint, decent light fixtures. You'll save a ton of money in these rooms. Next, we'll come into the kitchen. We knew this was gonna be the absolute focal point of the entire cabin. We decided to go with the dark slate cabinets. It's a very mountain feel. We went with a black modern quartz on top of those cabinets. Give it that modern cabin feel. Nice stainless steel appliances. We thought of every single detail in this cabinet, even down to the cabinet pulls. They look like tiny twigs. The pendant lights we decided to go with are antler pendant lights. I mean, come on, does it get more cabiny than that? We felt it was super important, since this is a tighter space, to really make this feel as open as possible. So we removed those cabinets next to the microwave, opened everything up, made it feel like a nice open floor plan out into the living room. The living room, surprisingly, is actually where we were able to save a ton of money. All of this T&G here, we didn't even have to restain it. This was the existing stain of the cabin when we bought it. We decided to put this chandelier here to make for a designated dining room space. Everyone's gonna want a spot that they can have a meal at with their family. One of my absolute favorite pieces of this entire cabin, which I will give kudos to Lou. He designed this entire area. He came up with this awesome wallpaper design wall, came up with this amazing green modern tile to go under our fireplace. We'll come over to the staircase where we decided just to paint this a modern black to give it that industrial feel and look super clean. As we head up to the loft, this is technically your second bedroom, which we were able to save a ton of money in here as well, as we just did a fresh coat of paint, new carpet, built in a closet, new light fixtures. Turned out amazing.
Now that you know everything about the design and the construction of the property, you can see how much thought and care actually went into making this thing absolutely perfect for whoever's gonna buy it. Luckily, this project only took about 2 months from start to finish, and we really didn't run into too many hiccups. One thing that you wanna be careful with when you're taking a look at a secondary market is a lot of the times it comes with a long commute for your contract. It's not like a lot of people are just living right next to wherever your project is, so that could cause some delays. And like Jake had mentioned, we had a little bit of a cabinet delay, which added some more time as well. Overall, had we not had the cabinet delay, this might have gotten done in about a month and a half, which would have been super fast. And obviously, the quicker you can do it, the quicker you can get your money out of it. So now that you know everything about the project, we are actually on our way to check out 2 more projects in Prescott. So we have about an hour-and-a-half drive. We're gonna show you guys the potential projects, and then we're gonna break down all the funds and what it took to complete this A-frame. Let's get it. Wow, I think that's all we can say.
The smell was divine.
Anyway, let's go check out the numbers on Ancient.
We're back at the office now. We're gonna break down the numbers of Ancient. You guys gotta see this beautiful cabin come to life. All right, so this A-frame we purchased for $334,000 from a wholesaler. And we did a $43,000 renovation on this, which I actually thought was pretty impressive. Because I mean, you saw the transformation on this thing, and for $43,000, like, that's not a ton, honestly, in a renovation cost. So I mean, the fact that what it looked like before, and it's absolutely beautiful, it's a masterpiece now, pretty excited about that. Holding costs, so we pay 12% on our money that we borrow, right? So on our loan at $334, we put some money down on it, obviously. Typically our lenders are gonna ask us to put down between 15 and 20% down. So on this one specifically, our carrying costs per month were $3,350 per month. We held this for 4 months, which was a pretty quick renovation, obviously. Especially for the fact that it was, in a sub-market, which, we talked about as well. So when you're doing a renovation in a sub-market, usually you can account for a little bit longer holding costs, but we still ended up knocking this one out pretty damn quickly. The cool thing is on this property, we went under contract the very first weekend it was on the market. So our asking price when we first listed it was $499. Now what ended up happening was we ended up having multiple offers that very first weekend. So we countered everyone with a final and best. So at that $499, we would have been very stoked, right? Like that was the price we came out at and said, let's see if we can try to push for $499. We ended up getting $501,000 on it. So I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but we ended up pushing $2,000 more on it on the multiple counters. So 501 minus the all-in cost, we are looking at a $90,000 profit on this one.
That's huge.
Not too bad.
Massive.
And I will say, my mom actually texted me this morning because she saw your Instagram post.
Okay.
She was like, it is beautiful. She was like, I absolutely love this. So like the design of it and everything was fucking awesome.
Heck yeah,
So
dude.
no surprise that it went over.
I'm more so just excited that your mom saw my post.
Yeah, she's a fan, dude. She's a fan. $90,000 on a single flip.
Yeah.
That could change somebody's life.
Oh, yeah.
You do that
Absolutely.
4 times in a year, an extra $360,000.
That's ridiculous.
It's insane.
That's ridiculous. That's an amazing, amazing income. I mean, the crazy thing is you could do 2 of these. You could do one every 6 months and you're making 180 grand. That's like $15,000 a month off of literally doing 2 flips in a year.
What's the craziest thing though is you don't even have to be doing the crazy amount of marketing or anything. You don't have to have some sales team. We literally bought this from a wholesaler.
And the amazing thing is we're about a month away from starting our community where you guys can join completely for free and connect with other people who are, investing in real estate. Talk about whether a deal is actually going to underwrite and make money and just share wins, successes, and that's going to be freaking awesome.
I got a question. Do you guys like A-frames or B-frames better?
I'm more of a D-frame guy.
Are you?
Yeah, double D-frames when you have two just, yeah.
Hot dog, come on, baby.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, I like the A-frames. I'm a big A-frame guy.
All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Thank you so much for the love in the last video. That's freaking awesome. We love making these videos
Absolutely.
and sharing them with you guys. So leave us a comment down below what your favorite part of Luke's butt is, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye, guys.
It's the round part.